Hey y'all, welcome back to Mega Man Unlimited. Last time we took on Trinitro Man and Nail Man, and this time we'll be wrapping up the Robot Masters. Just switch the Buster back to charge again. Really wish that bug wasn't a thing. Just like the little things that bother me. Might as well buy a couple more of these. Like I said, Eddie, like, basically useless, honestly. You're better off using your Bolt or something else. I don't even know what to buy. I'm just gonna leave. I couldn't figure out whether I die more to pits or spikes in this game. Not that either happens particularly often to me. So next, Take Man. We'll save my least favorite stage for last, and I'll get to that shortly. Take Man though, nice sprite. I like the salute. He has a really good theme. This is another one of my more liked themes of this game. It's really sad, but I like the somber atmosphere it invokes. So these little mines, killed the first one by accident just because it's so something I just do so habitually. But as you would expect, these are landmines. You step on them, they explode. Just fine. There's a different type that shows up later that's blue, so it's well telegraphed the difference between them. That's just fine. These Mets that roll backwards and then shoot are really cool. They have little tank treads. Very cute. And then I like how there's a normal Met here. One thing I don't like really is that the normal Met and the tank Met aren't different at all visually. There could have at least been some sort of difference. Like, I would have appreciated if the tank Mets had maybe a different symbol, like literally something as simple as just putting like a circle on their helmet instead of a plus would have probably helped to distinguish them. But, you know, you walk up here expecting maybe it'll go down there and then shoot, but no, it's just a normal Met. So, very nitpicky, but something I always kind of, something that bothered me always about that. So here's the other type of mine. It's this little enemy that jumps up and explodes like that. All you have to do is stand directly beneath it. And you can also kill it with Yo-Yo Cutter and a few other weapons. So this guy showed up before. I just didn't get to talk about him. This like grenade guy with a tie. Very funny looking. He pops out, throws the bomb to your position. You know, nothing wrong. If you hit it, it also pops out prematurely and you hit the head. Which, you know, obviously that's the part that's obscured, so you would expect that you hit the head and leave. So that's perfect, basically. Very nice. I already forgot if I talked about the graphics, but this stage looks pretty good. The color palette is just fine. I like how things are rotating and flashing in the background. It makes the stage feel alive. So you might be noticing this little hole, and yeah, this is the secret route. So here we are. Looks like you can also kill the mines with Rainbow Beam, which is great. Shield attackers that shoot when they turn. It's fine. So this thing shoots you forward when you touch it. It's kind of like the conveyor belt in Blue Man stage, except it throws you forward instead of just being attached. But, you know, you wouldn't expect it to work the same way. At least I didn't, because it has no blue on it. The ones in Blue Man stage look like they have blue on them. So anyways, these jumps are a little precise. Like, that was pretty close. But, you know, nothing wrong. Having to walk on the edge of a ladder is a bit weird, but... And you land here, so... Have I seen a tank enemy yet? There might have been one, but... Joe in a tank, he goes forward, he shoots. It's well indicated because he recoils. That's just... Oh my god, another one came. Oh, shoot. What would they be weak to? I don't know. Probably Nail Shield, but I don't want to use up too much of it. Whoa. You really want to tiptoe to the edges whenever you're making a jump like that. Just to be cautious. And here's another one of those letters. Which is, you know, the reason why I came here fairly late. You'll be seeing what these letters do in a later episode, probably the next one. You can also freeze these tanks and shoot them a bunch if you want. I never really bothered with that, but it's always an option. Looks like the joke keeps itself shielded even when glued, which is a bit weird. I guess that makes sense, but it would have been maybe a bit more useful if the shield came off. Nice. Combat Dash kills those in one hit. That's good. So here's a cool little tank mini-boss. Throws and nets. Oh, they drop health. That's good. The shot is so obviously telegraphed, and you just slide under it. There's nothing wrong here, and the attack is like Guts Dozer, kind of reminds me of that. Oh, it throws out nets. Pretty basic, but good. Nothing to complain about. Let's just get rid of it. Rainbow Beam, probably not the most optimal weapon. What would get rid of it? Yeah, that. By the way, you don't actually have to kill the Joes after they jump out the tank. You could just scroll the screen, which is funny. And those are also destructible with Trinitro Blast. But really a lot of things you can use to kill the mines. That doesn't pierce shields. Very interesting. Didn't realize that. So, if you jump too high, you'll be thrown into spikes. Which, you know, a bit of a dirty trick, but... Oh, interesting. It's like those are only destructible with charge shots. That's interesting. I don't know if I ever realized that. So, Mega Man, in typical Mega Man fashion, the top route has the goodies on it. And if you have Rush Jet, you can just kind of fly over this. Some items here. Always nice to have the energy balancer. These are brains. Nice. Using weapons always feels really rewarding in this game. You know, that's something it definitely does very good. It's a blast. I will never understand people that don't like this game all that much. Although, maybe I'm just biased. Maybe you have to be good at this game. Not be conceited about my playing abilities, so to speak, but maybe you have to know a lot about this game to fully enjoy it, which could be the case as far as I know. But I can't find anything wrong here. I just love most things about this, except the odd nitpick, as I say once in a while. Like, there was another, oh, whoa. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to go over that, honestly. I was kind of expecting it to, fall. Or at least stop. Anyways. So, this is a bit of a nasty trick. Throwing this enemy right at the end here. If you have no weapons, most people will probably try and shoot it and then get knocked down the pit by the bomb. So, yeah. This game has a lot of moments like that, trying to trick you. Little fake outs before the gate. Anyways, Tank Man is also pretty simple. Probably the second simplest boss next to Blue Man. He goes from one side of the room to the other and he fires his tank arsenal. First pass, he'll charge at you and then shoot, like you just saw, but the second time he does that, he actually goes the whole length of the room. So you kind of have to know, just, yeah, watch, he'll go under me. So, yep. But basically all he does is this. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm using the Charge Buster, so, he fakes me out. But all you have to do is just kind of dodge in a certain way, and you'll be fine. I'll show off Nail, shield being his weakness. It goes past his iframes, I'm pretty sure. Which is always good weakness implementation. I still like him though. All of these bosses are fun to fight with the Buster, for the most part. The first 8 Robot Masters are all fun to fight with the Buster. So Tank Arsenal does exactly the same thing as you saw in the fight. Shoots those 3 projectiles, the bomb, the bullet, and the little tinier bullet. And time for my least favorite stage, Jetman. His sprite always looked a bit weird to me as well, but it's a fine job. The song, though, gorgeous. I love this song. Here's where you can grind bolts if you feel like grinding. Use tank arsenal on these things and blow up the co-PPs, and you'll get bolts for days. Will probably take you a bit of time though. I'll say that. I've done this so many times when I needed bolts. I'll talk about the how well that design works. So this stage also has the most design sins, which is part of the reason why I don't like it that much. So these things, they just kind of ram you. If you have the charge shot, one charge takes them out, as you can see here. But if you don't have the charge, if you don't have the charge, this is probably what you'll end up doing your first time. Just like desperately shooting, and then you'll get swarmed by co-PPs. So always use the charge on these if you have it, and you don't feel like fighting the co-PPs. Otherwise, just kind of spam. I kind of like the design of this guy though. Like, just a panicked traveler, and then he drops suitcases filled with illegal birds. That's always been very humorous to me. And, like, it's okay. The enemy design is just fine. It works because once you fall for it once, it'll never happen to you again. That's something I can't say about the up and downs. You will definitely die the first time here. How close do you have to get for them to activate? Okay, actually... let me try just walking. Whoa. Okay, actually no, they activate from far enough away. That's good. Something I forgot in the time I haven't played this game. So I guess that's okay. Although, you know, up and down never was one of my favorite design things to begin with. And then these two different types of flying drones. The purple ones drop bombs. Red ones fire these missiles that go to your x-axis. They have a nasty habit of coming on screen when you're trying to cross pits, as you're seeing here. So, really, I just find them obnoxious. But they're not bad. A lot of the issues are either personal, like being impatient, or the way they're placed. And that was just stupid. Personal stupidity, just ignore that. Let's use our brains again. Find the best weapons for the job. These screens are a bit dull. Just shield attackers, but at least they're not the gimmick that's upcoming. And for some reason, an opening here on the left. This really looks like a secret. I would have just brought the wall up higher. Really not much reason not to do that. I don't understand. And now wide jumps with these arrow things. That's fine though. At least they're not forward tiles wide. And hiding underneath these things protects you from the bombs, which that's a cool design. I don't like jumps like this. Oh, the shield attacker came back. That's unfortunate. So if I kill it here, will it just come back? Oh man, that's a really bad position. I don't like that. Can I spawn a rush coil at all without activating it? Okay. You have to be pretty precise, but you can spawn a rush coil. So here's a suitcase thing. The way you dodge this, just jump to where the suitcase falls. If you don't know this, you'll probably get it dropped on you and take a ton of damage though. But, you know, overall, it's another case of I like the design, but I don't know whether I like it because I know how to deal with it, or whether it's, you know, actually good. But I still like it. I can't help myself. It has appropriate telegraphs anyways. So here marks the start of the stage, the part where I don't really like. I hate this conveyor gimmick. I straight up hate this gimmick. You have to walk in the opposite direction that you want to go. And, you know, mechanically it works fine, but I just don't like this. It feels awkward. So, you know, not really something I like at all, but I can't fault the creator, it's just something I don't like. And nice, you can use Tank Arsenal to just blow up those guys. Ouch. Oh my god. Taking a lot of damage here all of a sudden. This alternate route is a bit rough. That's one reason I don't like this. You saw me try to slide off, but I just couldn't. Whoa. So yeah, I often catch myself in situations like that, trying to slide and just not being able to. It's stuff like that that makes me not like this. Thankfully, we have weapons to alleviate issues caused by the purple bombing things. Male shield seems to be doing an okay job protecting me. And this room just kind of feels like a waste of time. You have to walk all the way across the top there. Let me see if I can cheese it with Rush Chat, because boy do I not have the patience for that. Okay, no. And I'm taking a ton of damage again. I often find myself just kind of needing to grind after taking tons of damage in this stage for some reason. Actually, let me see if I can cheese this by having a Koki Bee fly up there. That would be nice. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh! Okay, nice. Nice, nice. If you don't do something to that effect, you'll have to end up going across the whole length of the room. And boy, did I take a lot of damage. Well, I guess that didn't turn out too well for me. This is really the stage responsible for the majority of my trouble in the first 8 stages. I just have a lot of difficulty dealing with these stupid conveyors. It gets even worse later. The segment towards the end of the stage is just god-awful. Having to use these things across the length of a whole room with hits while getting beaten down by enemies flying. Just don't like it at all. At least Yo-Yo Cutter kills these things, that's good. There are a lot of really tight, like, places that make you feel uncomfortable. Standing on, like, one tile-wide platforms trying to dodge things is just really an uncomfortable feeling. At least these things provide a bunch of health pickups, those Cookie Bees. Here's the beginning of the god-awful section. Getting shot with missiles while trying to use these awkward conveyor things to go across the length of a big, bottomless pit. I think most... And then you just do things like that. Trying to move normally, and then moving the platform backwards at the same time. Making you nervous that you're gonna accidentally make yourself fall into a pit. All things considered, this is probably one of the weakest stages in the game, if not the weakest. The elements here, they're just not... This stage is just not fun to play, for the most part. I just don't enjoy it. I'm so focused here just trying not to die because I don't want to repeat any of this. More of these types of jumps. No thank you. Of course, the game has to throw another one of these annoying mini-bosses at you. Of course, you know, you can dodge it. Kill it quickly is my recommendation, to not suffer more. Imagine dying there and having to repeat that whole section. God. Thankfully, after all of that, Jetman is a good boss. I like this big drop-off into the airspace where you fight him, like an airstrip. His fight is fun. He pulls you towards him as he's flying, which might trip you up at first, since you feel like you're being magnetized towards him, but, you know, it's fine. Thankfully, his weakness plays on the fact that he runs towards you and then flies off. It's Comet Dash, which, perfect weakness. Awesome. Really good job there. He'll target a missile at you like that. He'll fly and shoot another missile at you like you just saw. Pretty much usually what you want to do to imitate the boss's attacks is just imitate whatever I do. Jump. Dash. This works out really well. It's a great fight. Lovely. Not a single boss out of the first 8 that I have very much to complain about. They're all so great. Well, with that out of the way, that's all 8 stages. All 8 main stages, that is. Still have one thing left to do. I'll be showing that off next time. Thanks so much for watching. Hope everyone enjoyed the content, and I'll see you guys next time.